The WhatsApp notification lit my phone at exactly 3 a.m. Dubai time, slicing through the quiet like a blade. I was sitting alone on the balcony of my rented apartment in the Marina District, feet bare against cold tile, watching container ships drift across the Persian Gulf like floating cities made of light. The message was from my brother Ryan. "You need to see this." A second later, a photo loaded, and my chest tightened before my brain caught up. Jessica, my ex-wife. 8 years of marriage reduced to pixels. She stood in a white wedding dress beside Brandon Caldwell, senior partner at Caldwell and Associates, the law firm where she'd worked as a paralegal. 53 years old, wealthy, polished, the same man whose cologne I'd smelled on her clothes 6 months earlier. Back when my life still had cracks I pretended not to see. They'd waited exactly 91 days after our divorce was finalized. I counted. My name is Michael Torres. I'm 41 years old, and until half a year ago, I was a structural engineering consultant, living what I thought was a solid, carefully balanced life in Chicago. I specialized in retrofitting old buildings, reinforcing century-old bricks so they could survive modern demands. The irony wasn't lost on me as I stared at that photo for 10 straight minutes, unmoving. Jessica looked radiant, the word everyone always uses. Her dark hair was swept into an elegant structure that probably cost more than our first car. The dress was designer, French, something impossible to pronounce. Brandon stood beside her in a tuxedo that fit him the way expensive clothes fit powerful men, like they were born entitled to them. The wedding was at the Chicago Athletic Association, overlooking Millennium Park. I'd worked on that building's renovation in 2015, personally signed off on the load calculations. Now my ex-wife was getting married there, and I didn't know what I was supposed to feel. My phone buzzed again. "Call me when you can." Something happened at the reception. I checked the time. Friday morning in Chicago. Whatever happened had been bad enough that Ryan was still awake, still wired. I called him immediately. "Michael," he answered, voice tight. "You sitting down?" "I'm in Dubai at 3 in the morning drinking Arabic coffee," I said. "What happened?" Jessica's wedding was a disaster. Something twisted in my chest. Not joy, not relief, just a quiet, shameful curiosity. "Tell me." Ryan exhaled. "Lauren made us go. We sat in the back. Typical rich wedding. Brandon looked smug. Jessica looked nervous. Her hands were shaking during the vows." He paused. During cocktail hour, an older woman approached her. 70s, elegant, purple dress, introduced herself as Patricia Caldwell, Brandon's mother. My grip tightened. She smiled at Jessica and said, "You're the fourth one." Jessica asked what she meant. Patricia said, "The fourth paralegal my son has married." Loud enough for everyone to hear. I stood up, heart pounding. She listed them all. Young women, employees, marriages lasting 2 or 3 years, affairs, divorces. The last wife divorced 18 months ago. 18 months. The math slammed into me. Jessica and I had been trying for a baby then. Fertility clinics, tears, hope. "It gets worse," Ryan said. "Patricia said Brandon forces his wives to terminate pregnancies. Said he's too old for children. Amanda refused the second time. He filed for divorce." My stomach turned. Jessica ran out, locked herself in a bathroom, left the reception. Brandon came back drunk, saying she'd calm down once she remembered who paid the bills. I stared out at the dark water, stunned. "Nicole said Jessica wanted your number," Ryan added quietly. She sounded broken. "No," I said. "Absolutely not." After we hung up, I sat until sunrise turned the Gulf from black to silver. I thought about meeting Jessica 12 years ago in Wicker Park. Her laugh, our small wedding in Lincoln Park, the life I thought we were building. The cracks started when ambition turned desperate. Late nights, Brandon Caldwell. I told myself I was paranoid, until the night I came home early and heard her voice change on the phone. She didn't lie, just said, "It's Brandon, 6 months." The divorce was fast. She moved into his Gold Coast townhouse within a week. I left Chicago a month later. Dubai needed engineers. I needed distance. My phone buzzed. Unknown U.S. number. I answered. "Michael," Jessica whispered, "please don't hang up." I said nothing. "I didn't know," she said. His history. Tonight I found out. Ryan told me, I said. Silence, then. I miss you. Anger flared. You left me. I made a mistake. You made 6 months of choices. She cried, asked if I hated her. I looked at the endless ships moving forward. No, I said. I don't feel much at all. I love you, she said. No, I replied softly. You love what I represented. I told her not to call again, that I was okay, better than okay. When she hung up, the coffee was cold and something inside me finally settled. Months later, Nicole emailed. Jessica was divorced. Same pattern, new associate, same ending. I wished Nicole well and said nothing else. I met Illa at a restaurant over the Gulf, talking about buildings like living things. She asked what story I was trying to tell. That sometimes, I said, the bravest thing you can do is start over on a better foundation. If you've ever been betrayed, rebuilt yourself, or stood at the edge of a life you never expected, tell me in the comments. Would you have answered that call, or would you have let it ring forever?